Hi, my name is Mark Watson, and I am the Deputy National Political Director for 21st Century Democrats. I wanted to talk to you today about a new initiative that we have over here at 21st Century Dems that I'm particularly proud of. It's called our Urban Youth Initiative, and I wanted to take just a few moments of your time to kind of explain why we feel that it's a very important initiative. I have been an operative in the politics and policy for some time, about 20 years, and I've been both here in Washington, D.C. and around the country, particularly in the Midwest and so forth. But I've noticed over the years that while there have been a lot of new recruits learning how to run campaigns, that a lot of those recruits, there weren't as many people of color in the group that I thought should be there. So I felt that it was incumbent on me to take this opportunity, working with an organization that would support me, to start an initiative like the Urban Youth Initiative, where what we do is go into cities all around the country, and we work with our congressional partners who are interested in this project to train urban youth to run campaigns. And what they do in this, with this opportunity is to begin the process of re-empowering themselves, the process of learning how to use the levers of power to their advantage, rather just yelling, screaming, and stomping that some people do from time to time. They can actively engage in the political process, understanding the particulars that are necessary to master so as to really run a good campaign and to get their issues on the table by having representatives in the Congress and in various other political positions throughout local, state, and federal politics to stand up for the issues that matter to them.
Hi there. Hey, I'm Dan Lucas from 21st Century Democrats, and you just heard from my colleague Mark Watson, who is putting together our Urban Youth Initiative. And one of the things I wanted to add to what he said is that what we're all about is rebuilding grassroots organizations in cities. A lot of people think that, you know, the cities are all built up, everything's working. However, Mark pointed out, cities work for people who are in power. They don't work for people who are not in power. And what we're all about here is trying to put the mechanism in the hands of regular citizens to basically sit at the table, the finance committee table, so that when the curbs and gutters money is getting divvied up, you know, the people in the local community are getting those curbs and gutters. And what we're talking about is services, because we're all about accessing power for average, regular people. The only way that you can do this, to fight the system, as it were, is to organize at the grassroots level and get your folks elected. Part and parcel of what we're doing here at 21st Century Democrats is to create an environment where regular folks, and I keep saying this over and over again because, you know, this does not require a college education, it doesn't require a PhD. What it requires is commitment for change. And one of the things that we've been very lucky with to work with Mark is that, for example, we were in Brooklyn about 3 weeks ago and we did a very nice training for Yvette Clark. And one of the things that came out of that was that there were half a dozen people that came up to us who want to run for office next year in New York. In Brooklyn and for the city council, for the overall city council. They told us they wanted to do that because they were inspired by our training. But most importantly is because we showed them how to do it and encouraged them to do it. And it is our intention actually to continue to move forward and talk to everybody and help them win elections.
We've been able to secure some trainings in over 10 cities now throughout the country, from the East Coast to the West Coast. And
we'll be back to you after we do our Kansas City training on Friday. We're leaving Friday. We're going to train about 50 people out in Kansas City this weekend. So we'll report back on a regular basis and let you know how we're doing. Just as important, we're going to get photographs of the people that are going to run for office, because these will be the future people that you're going to be looking at in terms of electoral office. So thanks.
It's just a win-win situation for everybody. Thanks for your time, and I'll talk to you again soon.